Remember me.
I came into foster care when I was 2 years old. It was myself and my two brothers. We're triplets, and we actually came into foster care because of neglect by our parents.
I came into foster care when I was 8 years old, just before my 9th birthday, and was in foster care for a couple of years before I was adopted by the age of 15 by my grandparents. I think that if you broke down all the risk factors in my life, I would probably have less than a 1% chance of being successful. You know, I have a father who's in prison. I was homeless at 18.
I went into foster care or kinship care when I was 2 years old because my mother was murdered and my father wasn't in the picture. And so I bounced back and forth with family members until I was 13 when I officially came into foster care. And I went from 2 different foster homes and went into a group home before I went away to college.
I entered foster care at the age of 5 and I aged out at 18. I lived with over 10 different foster families. I attended 3 different elementary schools, 3 different middle schools, 3 different high schools.
Adoption is something I think all people should consider. You may not be someone ready to adopt. You might be the person who's going to help facilitate an adoption. You might be able to donate or pray or come alongside a family that did adopt and bring them a meal, you know, make it a little easier in the transition time. But I think James, you know, the book of James in the Bible tells us that really we should all consider it and then just ask God, what is our role in adoption?
We can just elevate the issue of orphan care and foster care and mentoring, I think it would honor the Lord. And I think of the 135,000 kids every year in America looking for a home, wanting to say Mom and Dad, hearing I love you. There's over 300,000 churches in America. That's less than 1 child per church. I think the church can do it and demonstrate the love of Christ in a culture that is so skeptical of what the church is about today. We're all orphans, aren't we? And God has reached down and touched us and grafted us in to His family. Can we do any less for the least of these?
Remember me in a Bible cracked and faded by the years. Remember me in a sanctuary filled with silent prayer.